Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We're gonna do a little night driving here with some full self-driving on 13.8.2, I believe. No, 13.2.8. Man, I always get that mixed up. 13.2.8, hardware 4. This is a 2025 Model Y Performance, and we're going to just take a quick drive, see what happens, and go from there. So I've noticed a lot of the forums and Reddit have been talking about issues with FSD trying to make, I guess either they don't stop at a, no, they stop, they creep on a stoplight, and people usually disengage it before they know whether or not it's just creeping or if it's actually going to make an illegal maneuver. I haven't experienced that today. We'll see what happens on this short little drive. I have experienced it in the past. It's happened to me twice at a very specific intersection. I might have to take us to that intersection to see if it does it, but I don't know. It's the bugs and defects are unpredictable. I will say that. So there is one thing that is really annoying, is that when I go home, FSD sometimes pulls me into my driveway. Sometimes it misses my driveway and I have to disengage. Sometimes it just rolls up on the side of the street, which is really annoying because my neighbors are probably like, what is that guy doing? When it goes into the driveway, it's perfect. It's great, but it's so random as to when these defects show up. And a lot of that has to do with AI in general. There's a lot of inputs, and when it tries to make a decision, it constantly is reevaluating the best decision as it's getting new data, and that's why it performs so erratically with certain bugs. So we do need to make a left turn up here. We may or may not get a red light. I don't know. That's the other thing. Trying to catch these bugs or defects in action is difficult. We'll see what happens up ahead, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just it's gonna go swimmingly. Since we're not at the front of the line here, we're not going to see the defect or the bug, I should say. I don't know what to call it, because it's AI. A mistake? Yeah, they'll make a mistake, because it's really hard to correct that, I guess. So I wouldn't call it a bug, it's just a mistake. So I am in hurry mode. I usually prefer it. Sometimes I know I need to slow down. I'll be in standard, but I've only noticed the mistake in hurry mode, but obviously that's just because I use hurry mode more often. I did get to see a Model Y, 2026 Model Y a bit ago. That was interesting. I really like the look of the light bar on both the front and the rear. Some say it looks like a Prius. I would not agree with that at all. The rear end of a Prius has that red lamp that goes across the entire rear, but I don't know, there's like the shape of the rear end is just completely different than the Model Y, so I get that people want to, say things in jest about Tesla, but I think it looks good. Intersection's pretty busy for 8:42 on a Wednesday night. try to get the left turn that's coming up. See if it makes the mistake. If it doesn't do this, the intersection up here, up ahead, I'll go to one more intersection and try to catch that red light. That's the one that I normally have the mistake happen. And like I said, I think I've had it twice, so it's not something that's frequent. But you know, I figure that people are talking about it right now. I might as well see if I can catch it on video. Lucky, we'll get it. If not, we'll call it a night. I think it's only happened to me when I'm alone at an intersection, though. Most of the time, the vehicle tries to do what the traffic around it is doing. See, no mistake right there. That was completely fine. All right, so failed to do it at that intersection. I mean, it failed to do it so far today for me. We'll go to the intersection that leads onto the interstate, and we'll see if it does it. That's where it has done it to me in the past, and to witness what people are talking about. I also think there's a huge difference with version 12 that hardware 3 folks are on in version 4, hardware 4 with version 13. Like, I can't speak to how they are experiencing FSD. I do see a lot of complaints about it. I've had a demo unit. I was getting my car serviced, and I had a Model 3 loaner. Oh, it's gonna speed through that yellow into a red light. I think technically that was it ran a red light, maybe? No, I don't know. There was yellow. I guess depending on your local laws, that could be illegal. But yeah, people who are on the older hardware and software, I've had a bad experience on it that I had to not use it. So I would imagine that they probably have these mistakes pop up more frequently. I mean, it's been great for me. Alright, we got a green light. Oh, it's gonna turn red. Perfect. No, it's yellow. Man, this is not... Okay, so this is where it usually happens for me. If it does, and like I said, it's very rare. So, I don't know. I've been driving around now for quite a bit, and I have yet to experience anything dramatic as far as mistakes are concerned. stoplight, so this guy needs to slow down. Oh, wait. Man, that was going pretty fast. Yeah, that was kind of uncomfortable, I'll be honest. Well, let's see if this is... No, that's just what it's supposed to do. That was not what it was supposed to do. Okay. So... what corrective steering? I did take control. Alright, so I disengaged the navigation and, you know, thinking it would continue to stay on the left, left turn that it was planning to do, and it decided to make a right turn from the left turn lane. So I disengaged it. Like that kind of mistake obviously I had a lot to do with that, because I literally just took off the navigation as the light was turning. But it should at least try to attempt to stay on the route that it was on, even though it doesn't have a navigation set. It should still attempt to stay on that, right? Am I crazy? What do you think? Let me know. That's something that should be corrected. Like, there's no reason why it determined that it needed to make a right turn right there, or even go straight, because I was in the left lane, I had the left turn signal on. It should have just stayed on the left turn and followed through. So great, we didn't get the creep at a stoplight, but that was something, right? So let's try this again. Got a left turn up here coming, so we'll see if it does it here. But if it doesn't do it here, then that's a night for me. And it's not going to do it because we have a green light. Oh, it's going to be a red light. Perfectly normal left turn from a stop. Well, I mean, I guess that's more of a positive, right? At least for this particular drive, we weren't able to replicate that mistake. But in doing so, we did find it do a different type of mistake. But like I said, that was wholly instilled by me. Like that was more of what I was doing than anything else. Like I shouldn't have removed the navigation right before it was going to turn, but it should have stayed on that path, regardless of my, if I remove the destination. I did notice also, as I was trying to gain control, like it was doing that corrective steering. Now that's not part of FSD, since I wasn't in FSD mode at that instant. But that auto correction just pops up at random times. I don't know what to think of that. Come on, do it now. Nope. Stoplights. do it. Nope. All the red lights. Come on, do it. Do it. Make the mistake. Not today. You would think with all the stoplights that I've hit tonight, it would show the mistake. We're gonna call it mistakes, because that makes more sense. But yeah, it looks like I don't have any more left turns coming up. So at this point, oh, we ran a red light. There's a mistake, right? It shouldn't have run that red light. There was plenty of time for it to stop. But I feel like that's kind of questionable because it was a diamond intersection. So far tonight, all we've had were let's see, debatable red light running scenarios, and my here's a Model Y, and the other part is had that little incident where I removed the navigation destination, and the car kind of tried to make a right turn in a left turning lane. That shouldn't happen, honestly. That's probably the biggest mistake tonight. But in any case, thanks for hanging out with me. I know it's a short trip. I guess that's debatable, up to you. But let me know if you've experienced this creep, this stoplight creep, whatever you want to call it. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Peace out.